I mean, you got to smell that shit back so that you don't get caught up. And please don't get me confused with a rabbi, teacher, guru, or any of that. I am neither. But what I do understand is spirit is most definitely profound and demands respect. And when you begin to understand how strong spirit is, because you have a destiny, you have something that you agreed to do before you got here, before you arrived on earth, right? And so spirit is going to do everything in its power to guide you. They can't force you. They can't make you. They can only enlighten you and try to guide you onto that path, whatever that path may be. Now, the man, the flesh man, ultimately has the power to pick and choose which way the flesh man wants to go, okay? And so with that is, sometimes we choose to get on a path that was not necessarily intended for us. And what happens is we have to fight. We lose out on lots of things. We may gain financially, but there is something more special, more important, that essence of life we lose in exchange for that lustful thing or that monetary thing. Right? And so now you fail to realize or grasp that if you had followed spirit was not only going to give you that lust, not only going to give you that gain, but also was going to give you that spiritual fulfillment. Now that's that ultimate life. That's that ultimate life that one is gifted with when being obedient to the word. The word is the word that comes within you, that higher intuition, your higher self coming down on you, telling you and teaching you and showing you the way in which to go. That word, that situation in times of meditation that brought down heavenly knowledge and enlightenment as to which way to go, which path to choose that will be beneficial, ultimately beneficial to you. Now, due to fear and social climates, we tend to sometimes choose to do opposite of what we are taught, because we don't want to be different. We don't want to be we don't want to be looked at as different or weird or something that is not popular within the dynamic that we associate ourselves in. So with that, you have to come to an understanding that you are unique. You are different. You have a calling on your life, whatever that may be. It may be in the dynamic that you are in, but regardless of what, understand that first before proceeding. You are different. You have something special about you. And that brings me to life being energy. It's like an apple falling from the tree. The one that lands on the ground and remains there versus the ones that is plucked and taken to the markets. The one that lands on the ground become a prey to its surroundings. The worms, whatever else gets to it, eat on it. The birds pick at it, whatever, it tears it up in the worst way. Although it will be a service to that which destroys it, as well as fertilization to the grounds, because that's where the energy stopped. It fell from the tree and the energy stopped there, and so it became a prey to its surroundings. Unlike the others that was taken to the markets, put in apple pies, made apple butter, you know what I mean? Their call to duty was greater than the other. And in certain aspects, it was greater than. It became nourishment to the human body. It became wealth to a person, creating it as a dinner or dessert to others. Its role became greater than the one that dropped on the ground and remained there and became a prey to its surroundings. Choose what role and the power within yourself that you would like to share with the world. They both shared something with the world. One was just on a larger plateau, a greater scheme, a grandiose scheme, unlike the other. Do you understand what I'm saying? Did you get that analogy? Be the apple that goes to the market and become apple butter and apple pie and apple turnovers and whatever else they could do with apples. I don't really know. All right, that apple provided a very nice financial gain to the people who created that particular dessert. Its role was greater. And that's because the energy kept flowing. It kept moving. It was taken, but it kept moving. The energy kept flowing. And when it found itself in the market, it was plucked up by someone looking to make those desserts and things like that. Therefore, the energy kept moving. It was a forward movement energy that caused that to happen. Be that apple. Move forward. Keep with the positive energy. Go to your destiny. Don't let your surroundings cause you to be a prey in the worst way. Who is that benefiting other than the worms? They got to live too, but do you get what I'm saying? You get the drift? Huh? Yes, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about moving within the energy that is appropriate for our essence. Some of us are trying to move an energy that's not appropriate for our essence, and therefore you're finding yourselves hitting rock bottom. Glass doors, brick buildings. You find yourself having to conform to a way that you are not, but a way that you are used to, but a way that you are not in essence, so as to keep the peace. A lot of that comes about because you lack strength, you lack knowledge, you lack willingness to transform. Transcendency is the best thing that any one of us could ever experience on earth. Growing in wisdom, growing in knowledge, growing in spirit, understanding who we are, taking our rightful place, wearing our crown, and if it get a little crooked, just fix it back up and keep it moving. That's a beautiful energy. That when all the things around you collapse and everything comes against you, you're glowing in this golden light of understanding and protection. And you know, these situations, circumstances, and unfortunate events are only manifesting because they are one supposed to strengthen you, to enlighten you, to use that energy to fuel you. People are revealing them true selves because in 2020 nothing will be hidden. So you'll begin to understand who is, no matter what face they put on and how they come to you begging and groveling and apologizing. You understand within that soulful place and that spirit of understanding that, baby, we've been there, done that, we danced that dance, and we're not gonna dance that dance no more. I got me a new dancing partner. That's all I'm trying to share. Life is forever progressing, and it is about forward movement. And sometimes we can find ourselves stuck in a situation that allows for no growth. You just remain and repeating the same loop over and over because that particular dynamic in which you are existing took you only so far. There's nothing else there. Therefore, there's no more forward movement there. There's only a recycling of energy, and up and down of recycling energy, because that particular situation wasn't designed to take you on to the next level. Maybe that particular situation is not or was not written in the stars to go on to the other level with you. Although this may be very hard to accept and to even understand, that you may have to sometimes leave the very ones that you love the most behind, so as to learn to love yourself and provide better for yourself, to give to yourself, because yourself deserves that divine love that the gods and the angels and ancestors and the master teachers, ascended master teachers, are trying to bestow you with. It's a beautiful feeling to know that although I may not have many around me, I am never alone. It's a beautiful feeling to know that I once was in and now I'm out, but those that have left was no good to me. I bid you adieu. Goodbye. A la vista? Whatever. Get gone. Get gone. Because your energy that you bring into my life makes it stagnant. It causes a pause on my prosperity. It creates delays on greatness that is awaiting me. We all have a future that is awaiting us. It's there for the grabbing. It's waiting for you to come and claim it. But because of the earthly lifestyle, situations, and decisions, we sometimes will miss that boat and will remain in whatever situation we are in, and therefore remaining stagnant, doing the same old routine over and over again every day of our life, 365 days a year, and so many years pass, and decades and centuries that you're still doing the same thing, and you have not graduated, you have not gotten anything greater than, and everything that you try to do is dismantled. It's not given to you because you're trying to do something with a particular energy that is not written in the stars. It's not meant to be. It will only go so far and then repeat. Get to the end and then repeat. Get to the end and then repeat. No growth. Life. That's life's energy. You can only grow with change. Change requires strength and courage and knowledge, because you can sometimes make the change for the worse and thus find yourself in a dynamic which is identical to the one you're trying to leave if you do not apply the wisdom supplied to you. If you do not gain the wisdom given to you by the experiences that you have incurred, you are at a place where possibly repeating that aforementioned cycle with a whole nother being and a whole nother body, yet having the same spirit essence. Some men wonder why they leave women so as to go to another woman, having not healed, having not faced their own demons, having not cleared that energy, and so they invite that same energy back in. It's just in a different body, but it encompasses the same scenario. And women too. You'll wonder why you're going through the same. That's because you chose the same spirit to do it all over again with. So you have to become bold about who you are. Bold about what you believe about yourself. Bold and astute in the information that you are gathering through your study, through your contemplation, through your meditation, through your prayers. Anything else is a chance we take. It's called free will. But it's not free will. What it is do what you want to do and suffer the consequences that come with it. Because you're not going to be forced to do anything. The heavens aren't going to force you to love yourself, to do better and make better choices for yourself in your life and your future. They will guide you. They will show you things. They will nudge you. But at the end of the day, it's your decision. It's your decision to remain there and take whatever is given to you and conform what you really feel on the inside to appease others. Don't be a people pleaser. That's the worst thing you can do. People pleasers always go broke. They reach poverty before it was intended. People pleasing. Not knowing how to say no and how to break away is detrimental to one's life and future. You have to understand what's good for you and what's not. And that which isn't, leave it where it is. No matter how it hurts, because with growth comes pain. It's life. Be that apple jam, that apple pie, that apple turnover. What else they make with apples? Be that candy apple. But don't be that apple that fell to the ground without movement and energy to push it forward, became subjected to its surroundings, eaten out by the different worms and beasts and became fertilizer to the ground in the worst way. Okay? A soul of truth and healing. Spiritualizing your earthly relationships so that you may grow in spirit and thus manifest the life that you truly desire to have. It's a painful process, but the reward is great. Signing off.